Hey everyone. All right, so I am smiling because I've just had the session with Carol from Freedom Births. So most of you will have no idea what I'm talking about, but with us being pregnant at the moment, we are currently 24 weeks. Brendan and I have taken on the approach of trying to do this as naturally as possible with as little intervention, and really trying to enjoy the pregnancy as well as the big event of labour. Um, Being completely honest with you all, I suppose the idea of labour has brought up lots of different feelings to me, I suppose, as most women probably do when they get to that point of actually having to think about that. It's scary, it's not something you do every day, and there's definitely no manual for it. You can't plan for it, which has been the biggest fear for me, I suppose. So knowledge is key for me, and having as much information as possible. We've been reading books, both me and Brendan, which has really, really been helping me. But yeah, so we have decided a while ago to have a home birth. It never really occurred to us to have a hospital birth, and that is just part of our story, I suppose. But yeah, so for us, being in a home environment, being comfortable, being safe, having that feeling, I don't like hospitals. I don't like the smell. They smell clean, which sounds weird, but yeah, I really don't enjoy it. So for us, and for our pregnancy and labour, the transition through to having our little girl in our arms, it has always kind of just felt right to us that we would do it at home. So anyway, so that leads me to where we are now, which was getting in touch with Carol from Freedom Births. And she basically is a doula. She is the only one in New Plymouth. And now a lot of you may not know what a doula is, which I really don't. I don't like. It sucks. That unfortunately that is the way that birth has gone. Is that now we don't. A lot of these things aren't recognised anymore. But so midwife's job was obviously, or obstetrician, is to try and help you through pregnancy, look after the baby and you during birth in terms of medical sense, which is definitely necessary and needed. But the job of a doula is to kind of look after you from an emotional perspective. So she's able to really tune in with mum and with dad and everyone else that's kind of around and help to help to get you through, I suppose, in an emotional and psychological aspect so that you can enjoy your labour better. I'm totally not doing her justice, but if you are interested more, then make sure you jump over to her Facebook page or her website. Her website is www.freedombirths.co.nz. But anyway, or Freedom Births on Facebook. So she's the only doula in New Plymouth, but she also, the reason that we originally contacted her was because she does birthing with passion classes. So the idea with these classes is that you get a group of couples together and she does a birthing with passion. So basically gives, for which we just did on a one-on-one session at home, which was really nice. We kind of wanted that extra touch, that extra personal touch with it as well. So for us, it was perfect. Like I had no expectations going into it, but it exceeded mine and Brendan's expectations. Within minutes, which was cool because obviously there's been lots of reading and research and going on from both of us. But straight away, just the way that she described how labour happens and like how the baby comes out, I could see Brendan's eyes like ticking over and going, wow, like this is actually how it all happens, and made it make sense in his mind too with all the different hormones that are at play, and obviously with us being the type of people we are. We are very much in sync with what hormones do and all that sort of stuff, so it made a lot of sense to Brennan in particular, but for me as well, of how this is all actually going to play out. So, so we had a really, really good experience, and I basically just finished with her. I've had something to eat, and I was like, right, I'm going to do something about this right now because I feel like it's something that needs to be shared with everybody. It's not often that you'll see me, like doing stuff like this, I suppose, because I don't really like doing the videos so much. But this is something that I think could potentially change the way that women are viewing birth. So it is a very medical event now, which is, I think, a disservice to all of us because us women, all of you that are watching this video right now, are capable of having your baby. And that generally will mean if you've got a non-complicated, like a low-risk pregnancy, you are capable of birthing your baby not pain-free, but with less pain and not having to use interventions like epidurals and, all that sort of stuff. Even some basic techniques that she was talking to us about that actually can, be used before you go down the path of inductions and stuff like that. Obviously still clearly necessary sometimes, but even just things like the spinning babies techniques. Massive things. When you're talking about having your baby, and if you really want to have it naturally, whether that's naturally at a hospital, which you can do, or naturally at home, or whatever it is, her tools were extremely valuable to us. So she took us through the 5 senses, which was awesome. I'm not going to give away all of her secrets, but if you want to know more, then definitely either have a look at her stuff or contact us, and I will give you a bit of a rundown on what we took away from it. She does do classes where you're in a group, which is cool. We weren't actually going to be here. We're going to be in Thailand for when she has her next one, so that's why we decided to do the one-on-one. And I'm really glad we did, because it was that extra personal touch. So if you can do that, then yeah, I definitely would recommend it. She was lovely and explained her experience too, which really is so important for why she is doing what she's doing today. And the name Birthing with Passion is very spot on, because you can see it radiating off her when she's talking about having her children, the different births she had, all that sort of stuff. She had 8 children, so she's got lots of different experiences, which was reassuring for both of us, because you can read all the books in the world, you can become qualified in this and that, but if you haven't actually gone through it, and to the extent that she has as well, then it's a totally different situation. So yeah, it was really good. She even gave us a little goodie pack, which was cool. So we had like some information that we can read to go over some of the stuff that was really important. And I've already started implementing some of the stuff that she has said, just to help try and get baby in a good position, because unfortunately with the way that we're sitting now and being seated a lot, babies are born posterior a lot of the time. So just ways to help rotate the baby naturally and have him or her sitting in a better space. So they're all natural things that you can do that really don't take that much. It's just slight alterations to the way that you might be sitting or things that you're doing during the day. And if you can do them, why not? That's definitely our idea on it. Also gave some recipes for lactation cookies, which I said to Brendan were a thing, and he didn't believe me, but so that was cool. So lactation cookies and also energy bowls. Also, you wouldn't normally see me bragging about these, but I'm excited for these. A couple of sachets of hot chocolate. You can have them hot or cold. During labour, it is very good to keep hydrated and also to keep your energy levels up. So whether that's actually eating something or something like this, I will definitely be using these as a tool, and they will be going in my little glamour bag that you'll know about if you talk to Carol. And just some other samples and stuff in there too, of some other local places, which was awesome. I suppose I just wanted to get it off my chest about how I felt about it, because it wasn't just, it would have been cool if Brendan was here actually, but he had a client straight away, so that's fine, but it was interesting seeing his opinion, because even he said, going into it, he's like, oh my god, she's making me do something else related to the baby, that, what am I going to get back from it, sort of thing. But it really, he said at the end, and he wrote a little comment for her and all that sort of stuff, but he said that for a male, it summarised the whole thing for him on what he can actually offer me when we're going through labour, and even starting now. So it's nice that it made him feel like he is actually a little bit more included than he thought he was in the labour process. He is a huge part of it. He is like 50% of it. It was cool to see what he got back from it, to see those light bulbs going off for him quite a few times throughout. But just getting to know her too, it was strange. I said to Brendan, you kind of start off in a situation like that, and I get a little bit kind of nervous, I suppose, in situations where you're around new people, because it's new. But she literally got those concerns, and it felt like she was a friend or someone that we knew well within half an hour, easy, probably even less than that actually. There was just something about her, so it'd be very interesting to see where we go with it, because she is a doula as well, so yeah, we'll watch the space and see. But I would really highly recommend the investment in talking to Carol and doing one of her classes. I can't remember the cost off the top of my head for the group classes, but for what you're going to get back from it, you'll be very thankful that you're actually able to look at birth like that and apply natural techniques before or even with things like inductions and epidurals or gas or C-sections, whatever it might be. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it for now. But yeah, if you have any questions, then just contact us and let us know. The pregnancy thing is something that I am really, really interested in talking to people about, and obviously going through our experience at the moment too. There's lots of ideas that I'm throwing back and forth with myself and other pregnant clients and anybody that will listen. But yeah, so if you want to have a bit of a chat about anything in particular, then just, yeah, let me know. Cool. Thank you.